Hi there. Totally different setup today. But I'm excited to bring you my first video of 2026. Ooh, that sounds weird. I've been wanting to do this tutorial for a long time. As you can already tell, this is the look I will be recreating, this beautiful look by Diana Ross. But you can already see it's kind of different. I did my own different take on this look because someone brought it to my attention that I don't post enough pictures in my natural hair. So here it is. It's my, well, the red's not natural, but the curly big red hair that I have. With all the shoots that I do, I am strictly just capturing the essence. I am not trying to make the look exactly like the inspiration. This is just kind of my takes on it, and I just have fun with it. I aim to capture the essence, and sometimes it ends up looking exactly like what I'm trying to recreate. But essentially I just like doing shoots inspired by. So my shoots are inspired by these looks, which gives me the freedom to also do my own take on it. So with the freedom of doing that, and with that being said, I'm going to do a short little makeup tutorial. I already got my base. I already have my foundation and everything on. I'm just going to do a little eye tutorial. I'm going to put on a lip, and while I do my makeup, I'm going to explain to you all a little bit of background of this footage that I found of Diana Ross, because it was from a segment on a TV show. But I'm also going to explain how I created this monster behind me. And it was fairly easy, surprisingly. I spent so much time creating this thing that I was like, I might as well do the tutorial with it behind me. So let's get started. I am starting off with one of my favorite palettes, this one right here, and I'm going to just start off with a brown. As you can see close up in this video of her makeup, what I see is a dark brown lid. I see white eyeliner on the waterline, and then I also see eyelashes on the top and eyelashes on the bottom, which I think is going to be really fun to do. Very simple eye look. So yeah, and then I'm going to just do a very light peachy kind of lip. But first, let's start off by talking about the queen of Motown, actually, Miss Diana Ross. For those of you who don't know, Miss Diana Ross is the top diva. Like, actually, a lot of you are finding out that she is the top diva. She was a famous singer and actress, and is known to be the queen of Motown. She first started out as being the lead singer for the group The Supremes, and then took off in her solo career. I hear a lot of things being said about her currently, and I think it's such an interesting thing to witness icons like her. I have also witnessed icons like Mariah Carey, their legacies kind of shift to where Mariah Carey isn't just known for her whistle tones anymore, but by newer generations she's known as like Mrs. Christmas, you know? And I feel like I've seen like discourse online about Diana Ross and how she's a diva and how she did all this stuff and said all these things and blah, 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 blah. And I, for one, am someone who just wants to let their legacy live, you know? Diana Ross is an icon, and you can tell simply by the presence of her daughter in pop culture, one of her daughters, Tracee Ellis Ross. I mean, come on. An icon literally birthed another icon. So with that being said, I take no Diana Ross slander. I simply watch it and keep scrolling because she's the queen. I'm trying to think of some Diana Ross songs y'all would know. Recently, in watching Stranger Things, I mean, they featured a ton of 80s classics, and it was so great hearing Upside Down. Boy, you turn me inside out. That's Diana Ross. Come on, y'all know, y'all know. All right, now we kind of got our eyeshadow. I kind of look like a little owl. So now I'll kind of get into where this photo actually came from. So this photo came from this video. Which is from a television special called GTI on Broadway. GTI standing for Getting It Together. And it was a concert performance by Diana Ross, The Supremes, and The Temptations. This special aired in 1969, and this clip derives just from a small segment of this grand concert special. Now, this clip in particular derives from this rendition by Diana Ross of a musical called South Pacific, and the song is called I'm Gonna Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair. Of course, Miss Diana Ross had to diva up this look, and I'm so glad she did, because she gave us this look of an iconic wall of hair. Now, moving into lashes. Okay, now that we got our lashes on, I'm gonna put some mascara on, and now I can explain to you how I created my iconic wall of hair. I said in the beginning of this video that, and as you can see, I made it resemble my hair. I thought it would be slightly easier to do it in my natural hair, because in the clip of Diana Ross, she has these beautiful black, luscious, you know, body wave curls. Now, I was like, how iconic would it be to have it red, curly hair, but also a little bit easier for me since I don't have to style my hair. I wouldn't have to wear a wig. You know, I could just do my hair, do a wash and go, and add it onto my hair. So that is exactly what I did. I went to my local beauty supply and I got a ton of red copper 350 braiding hair. The brand was called Poly Pro or something like that, but I went to Lowe's and I got these huge, like this huge foam board insulation type board, essentially, and I cut it into a U shape. Now, I got this idea because I wanted to do this tutorial a long time ago, because I saw that the supermodel Winnie Harlow did this look for Halloween, and obviously, I mean, she killed it. All the looks that she does for Halloween, spectacular. So she did this look, and I found a tutorial on how they created it, and they made like a U shape, and so that's what I did. I created a U shape from this like styrofoam board. I also, using the extra pieces of styrofoam, made little feet to kind of slide into the board to kind of prop it up. With mine, I actually made it two separate pieces. These are two pieces that I clamped together to create the U, and then they're being held up by their feet at the bottom, but also I got a dolly behind me holding it up because the weight of the hair became too heavy. I got the flowers from Amazon. These are regular paper flowers, and then I got the dress from Amazon as well, and that'll be linked in the description. So I spent this entire weekend hot gluing hair onto this styrofoam board. Honestly, there was really nothing to it. I kind of just took the hair, I kind of untangled it a bit and glued it on. Because with curly hair, we know there's dimension, there's different textures, there's different colors. So what I did was I took the braiding hair, which was obviously darker because my curly hair is actually darker in the back and I have highlights in the front. So what I did was I took the red braiding hair, glued it and covered the entire thing, and then I took copper bundles that had like a looser texture, and I took that and I brushed it and I cut it into individual little pieces and I glued it on throughout this wall until it looked the way I liked it. And that's what I did. That's what I did, guys. I'm now gonna go in with the white eyeliner for my lower lash line. I've never done this before. I literally just went to Ulta and grabbed the first white eyeliner that I saw. It's by LA Girls. Okay, I put a lot on there. Okay. From the close up, it looks kind of crazy, but from far away, I see the effect. It does make your eyes look bigger, and it kind of makes it look a little, cartoony. Oh, that's cute. I like it for this look. Nice. Oh my gosh, guys, I like really have Diana Ross eyes right now. This is kind of crazy. I didn't know that was the trick. I used the Ardell Active lashes. Those are the falsies that I have on. And then to give me a few lashes on the bottom, I'm gonna use these Ardell lash extensions. Lashes on the lower lash line, they really, if you want to elevate a look and make a look pop, they really do it for you. I got my little extensions. I got 4 for each eye, and then I put a little bit of glue in the plastic lid that it came in. I got my tweezers. I'm gonna dip it in the glue. I'm gonna let it dry a bit. Now when I do this, I like to do it under my lashes. So I go like this. I go from underneath my lashes. I don't do like that. That's scary. Aw, shucks. We got one on. And there we have it, guys. One eye done. I love it. It's coming together. And now I'm going to do the other eye off camera. Okay, guys, we have both eyes done. I did not put mascara on the bottom because I just don't want to do that. I think they're perfect the way they are. So now let's move into lips. Okay, for lips, I use the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink. What color is this? Amazonian. I use it just to line my lips. Now, a trick that I love to do is, and this isn't new, is I take a little bit of my concealer. This is to create like an ombre. I do this all the time because I have little lips. So when I overline, and if I fill in the center, I don't know, it just doesn't give that oomph. So this gives a little bit of oomph. Take my finger, spread it around, pat it a bit, and you got this cute little pout. This cute little pout. Then I'm going to take this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. Ooh, very peachy, very cute. I think that's it for the look, guys. Now I'm off to go take some pictures. I'll see you in the reveal. Oh my gosh, guys, that was incredible. I'm so proud of this look. I hope you so enjoyed this video, enjoyed this tutorial, enjoyed the look. Check out more pictures on my Instagram if you'd like to see more, and linked in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye.